KXVS_YouTube. So bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donovan? Donovan is a silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
what's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. Follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the voice of Stockton, with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwheel. This is Governor Don signing off.
My name is Miriam, and I am the voice of Stockton.
Good afternoon, and how is everybody out there in the lion world? This is Connie O'Day, Lion Connie O'Day, and I have a guest today is Ron Cutler, and he's from the Stockton Host Lions Club here in Stockton, California, and I'm president of the San Joaquin Lions Club here in Stockton, and Ron is past president of the Stockton Host, but I have a few announcements to make before we really get into interviewing Ron today. There is going to be a fundraiser for the Stockton Police Department, and it's being sponsored and organized by Senior Pastor Jesse Kenyon from the Stockton Police Department, and our Lions Club, Stockton San Joaquin Lions, is going to help in volunteering with a dinner. It's a fundraiser on October 12th from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. here in Stockton. And I just wanted to let you all know, if you're interested in volunteering here in Stockton, to please get in touch with me here at the radio station, and we can put you on the volunteer list. Okay, another announcement. I've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Our Zone 1 and Zone 2 for District 4A1 is having a fundraiser for the Lodi Memorial Hospital Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. That is the intensive care unit for premature babies. And at this time, because the hospital doesn't have all the type of equipment to really care for prenatal or premature babies, they have to airlift them to Stanford University Hospital in Palo Alto, California. So we're trying to help raise money so that they can buy the equipment, that they don't have to do that. And so there is going to be a flapjack fundraiser on October 21st. That's a Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Applebee's restaurant on Kettleman Lane in Lodi. So if you want to come out and support that, it's $10 a person, and it's going to be a great event of fun and lots of wonderful pancakes. Also, for District 4A1, I want to remind you that on November 10th through the 11th is our district quarterly meeting, and that's going to be in Columbia, California. And Friday night, November 10th, is going to be a wonderful dinner, a great social hour, and a special speaker. Saturday morning, we start at 9 o'clock. Breakfast is going to be served at 8. And we will be having a cabinet and finance committee meeting from 7 to 8:30. Breakfast from 8 till 9, and then lunch at noon. There's going to be several different workshops to attend, and all the reports from all the different district chair people throughout District 4A1. So for you who belong to the 4A1 district, please come to the district meeting. Okay, now for all of the multi-district 4 state of California, we're having Lions International Multi-District 4 Convention. That's going to be at the Crown Plaza in San Diego, California. And that's February 5th through February 11th of 2018. So I hope that you are all making your reservations, and if you make your reservation before December 31st, the cost is going to, for the whole super package, is only going to be $250. So that is going to be great, and I'm sure all of you have in the clubs within the California District 4, multi-district 4, you will have the information at your clubs, and please sign up as soon as you can to get that Super Saver package. And then we also have the multi-district District 4A1 here in California. We own the Camp Pacifica Lions Camp, and this camp is basically for the hearing impaired children, and we hold that in the summertime for 2 weeks. But during the rest of the season, we also have people who rent the camp for family reunions or other clubs or other organizations that like to have training sessions. But we're looking for right now is camp sitters, volunteer camp sitters. And from this month on through February 27th of 2018, you can come with your RV. There's hookups, and you have the run of the camp, and no charge, totally volunteer to be a camp sitter. So I'm hoping that some of you will contact Camp Pacifica, and I was looking for a phone number here. Well, I don't have a phone number but you can look it up on the internet for District 4A1 Camp Pacifica. It's on the internet, and if you're interested, please contact us. Oh, and there is a phone number, excuse me. Russ Custer is the one that you want to get in touch with. He's past district governor, and his phone number is 209-410-4102. And you could stay a week or even longer and have a wonderful free weekend in the beautiful, beautiful mountains around Highway 49 between Mariposa and Oakhurst on the way to Yosemite. So it would be a great opportunity to have a wonderful weekend or a whole week. And so we're going to be talking a little bit later about the Calaveras Big Tree State Park. And first of all, I want to introduce everybody to past president.
Thank you. Not district governor.
Not district governor yet, but past president of the Stockton Host Lions Club.
Yep.
And this is Ron Cutler.
Yep.
And Ron, I want you to tell us a little bit about how you got started in Lions.
Oh, that's a loaded question, Connie. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm Ron Cutler. I'm past president of our Stockton Host Lions Club. Thank you for that. I'm thinking it was 20 years ago. I was president. Seems like it was yesterday, but it was that long ago. I started involved with Lions Club probably when I was 5 years old. And I say that because 5 years old, my father was a lion in Fremont, in the Central Fremont Lions Club. And so when he was out doing events, going to the banks and collecting and doing their white cane days. They were doing that back in the 60s. I'm standing out there with a bucket and passing out these little white canes to the people at the bank, and we were collecting funds for the blind, and we actually during those days collected quite a lot of money doing that stuff. And then when I first got involved up here in Stockton, one of the first events that we did was a white cane day, and I'm like, oh, I know all about this.
Yes.
Since I was 5 years old. So, but I'd work pancake breakfasts with them, and so I got to be really involved. And one thing that really stood out with Lions when I was a kid was, we were amongst some of the neatest people.
Right.
My dad introduced me to I was introduced to then Governor Ronald Reagan at the time. He came and spoke at a group, and it was a Lions function, and here comes the Governor Ronald Reagan, and it was quite an interesting time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Very good.
That was something else.
How old were you about then?
I was 9, I think. Let's not go. Yeah, I was 9 years old, 9 or 8, something like that. No, I believe it was 9, 1969, I believe.
I think a lot of Lions are bringing in their grandchildren and bringing in their children to a lot of events, getting them introduced to Lions like that. That's great.
Well, Lions it actually has the persona, I guess, if you look at it. It looks like it's the old man's club. Everybody say, "Oh, it's the old man's club."
Oh no!
And then we look at, and then there's Connie. 35 years ago, they introduced ladies into Lions, but it actually is quite a growing group, and we are dramatically getting a lot younger people in, including our Leos, which is a lot of the Leos Club. If you guys don't know, it's the Lions Club at the high school level.
Right.
And we do have a Leos Club in Stockton.
We have several Leos.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But our club is the Lincoln High School Leos Club.
Yay, my alma mater.
Yeah, go Lincoln. That's how
go
it is.
Lincoln.
But they have a great group over there, and Carrie Hake. She's a counselor over there. She was the administrator for the group, along with Kelly. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Kelly Page.
They've been doing a great job.
Yeah, and those two have just been doing a phenomenal job, and they're actually looking for another administrator for the club. From Lincoln High School. So if you know any Lincoln High School teachers that wants to take on a group, that would be great. Because
that's here in Stockton, California.
That's here in Stockton. Carrie and Kelly have been doing just an outstanding job, and those kids are amazing. Those kids, they work. They really know how to work. So
they've done a lot of community activities. Yes.
Lots of stuff. Yeah, they collected eyeglasses. They run the parking lot rummage sale. They raised $2,600 at our crab feed last year. They just did a wonderful job. We told everybody, says the envelopes on the table are for the Leos, and explain how the Leos worked.
This is at your crab feed.
At our crab feed.
And the Leos help. What they help with serving and.
They served. Yeah, they served all the tables, and it was a great little fundraiser for that group. So anyway, the getting back to my father. My father was involved since 1956, I believe, and he also introduced my grandfather into Lions. And so when I was here in Stockton, everybody had kind of moved up to the valley. And my grandfather, my dad, myself were all part of the Stockton Host Lions Club. So we had 3 generations. Now I have my kids. They're always working the barbecue events. They're always out doing something with me, So
since they were little guys, I remember them being real little when I first met them.
You mentioned Camp Pacific. I'm going to just tell you a real quick story about Camp Pacific if we get some time.
Oh yes.
we used to go up there, and we still do. We go up there every year, and we cook one of the days for the campers. They give us how many kids are going to be there, and how many campers, and how many counselors and administrative staff, and I mean it's a great event.
These are the deaf children that come up every year.
Deaf children that would go up to the camp every year, and our Lions Club would cook a lunch and a dinner. And so my youngest was 5 at that time. Jason was 5. He's now a freshman at University of the Pacific. But he was 5 at the time. My middle son
ages us.
Yeah, my middle son Jason was. My middle son Aaron. I'm sorry. He was 8, and Leanne was 10. And so we showed up, and we're getting ready to unload all the stuff to cook their lunch, and a bunch of Lions were with us at that time. And the counselors saw my kids and said, "What are you doing here? You know, Aaron, you come with me, and you, my daughter, you go with her." And I said, "Well, where are you guys taking them?" She says, "They're going into the camp. They're going in to play with the kids." I said, "Okay, whatever." You know, they're hearing. They have full hearing. You know, as kids. And so I figured, okay, that'll be great for the kids to get involved and just do the things that they do with other kids. Except the other kids were deaf; they could not hear. So we're ready to feed lunch. Here comes 12 o'clock. You know, we ring the bell. You know, the big gong, and there's my daughter, and she comes up to me and she says, "Dad, this is my friend Lisa." And she's spelling her name out in sign language, but she was actually signing to me, "This is my friend Lisa." And I just started bawling my eyes. I just couldn't, you know.
She just learned that
quick.
Oh my gosh.
That quick. My son Aaron, he's out there having fun. You know, I mean, these are kids, and they're just playing with kids. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to, you know. And then when these kids came back and they're having fun, and my son and my daughter are signing in just that very short period of time,
I know
that just was amazing. It just hit my heartstrings like you couldn't believe. And to this day, just so that you guys know this, to this day, they'll never forget that. And they've come up multiple times.
Oh,
coming
definitely,
up.
yeah.
My son Aaron, who is now in the Delta program for culinary arts,
Delta College, right? Mm-hmm.
He came up the last time we came up to cook. He was in charge of the entire kitchen. He did it all. I mean, he took care of it all. We just said, "Okay, Aaron, what do you want us to do?"
He's been a trained lion.
He's a trained lion, you know, but he did it. We served for 175. We served 155 kids and 20 adults.
Staff.
It was unbelievable. And he did a great job. I mean, it was awesome. He just took control. "This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do this." But we said, "Okay, boss, whatever."
He's followed what his father does. His father has always taken charge and done a great job. You have, Ron.
So that Camp Pacific is quite a quite a place.
Can you tell us some of the wonderful new activities they have there, and what some of the new things that have been developed, like well, the swimming pool's been kind of resurfaced. We have
this pool.
What is the bicycles? We got the bike trail. What are those?
You got bike trails up there. They have the ropes course.
Yep.
They have the ropes course. Unfortunately, some of the trees got that
beetle
the
disease,
the bark beetle or whatever.
Yes, the bark beetle.
So they're going to have to move the ropes course to another tree because the trees have died.
Had to cut a lot of trees down off of the property.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. That ropes course, those kids learn a lot about teamwork and trust, and it's amazing what that stuff does. What a great apparatus to have there at that camp. It's a lot of fun, and these kids just once they reach their peak Okay, and they got to where they needed to get there. You know, and it took a lot of work to get to this point. And then they get to slide all the way down the
rope course.
They get to slide all the way down. That's the fun. It's kind of like that song that what's her name has, Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
It's not a mountain too hard, you know. It's the climb or it's the glide.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great.
And then
program
we
for
have
kids.
also I don't know how many horses we have now there. 6, 7.
There's 7 or 8 horses.
And one of the lions from our district, he cares for the horses during the year and takes care of them and feeds them and gives them shots and everything. He does that volunteering,
Yep.
and then brings the horses up every year for the students to be able to, the kids to be able to ride horses also.
Yeah. In the off season at camps, there's a lot of church groups that do retreats, and there's a lot of schools, you know, private schools that'll go up there and do different things. The Leos will go up there and do projects and fix this, and a lot of the Lions clubs, the individual clubs themselves have taken on each individual cabins.
Yeah, adopted a
and they
cabin.
adopted
You're
the
right.
cabins, and there are some that are winterized, so they can be done in the winter, and there are some cabins that are not winterized, so you wouldn't want to be sleeping there in January, you know,
No.
in the screened-in cabins. But
And they don't; those cabins don't have bathrooms, so they have to use the public bathroom and the public shower for the students.
yeah.
But
But it doesn't matter.
the
The kids
winterized
enjoy it all
ones
the time
are a
anyway.
whole heated cabin with a bathroom and sleep
they do have a great time.
6 to 8 students, I think, or kids.
That's right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So Camp Pacifica has been one of MD4's greatest accomplishments. It's been something where these students come in every year, and the waiting list sometimes is very long, and all of the staff there, including the nurse, are signers. And so there's total communication with the students that are hearing impaired. And like Ron was saying, that Stockton Host has gone up there to prepare a dinner and perhaps a lunch. And so all the different clubs within MD4, District 4A1, will come up there and volunteer to cook meals for each day that the students are there for the summer camping. And that's really great. And they love to have the Lions come up and show a lot of appreciation all the time.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of fun.
That's a great.
I got to learn a lot of sign language and doing that stuff, and including when they're all excited, you know, their hands go up in the air. Yay!
That's for clapping.
That's clapping. Whoa! Woo, woo, woo.
Now,
But
what
I'll tell you what, though, listening to their music, I thought my music when I was in the 70s was loud, and it's nowhere compared to how loud this is. It's a lot of fun, though. Those
Yes.
kids because they don't hear it, they feel it. They feel the vibrations,
Right.
and they're dancing to it right on target too, right on key.
That's very true. It's
Lots of fun. It's called the California Lions Camp. They have a Facebook page called California Lions Camp, and there's a donation page on there as well. So if anybody wanted to go out and do a nice little donation to a Lions Camp, the California Lions Camp, Camp Pacifica, is a great place to do that.
And it's, like I said, it's located between Mariposa, California, and Oakhurst, California. And both of those cities are small cities, but they're what you go through on the way up to Yosemite.
Yeah.
And it does snow during the summer. I mean, winter. Not summertime.
Not quite.
Winter time. It is absolutely beautiful up there when it's snowing. It's absolutely beautiful. And what are some of the other things that Stockton Host has been doing and are planning for the future?
Okay.
Tell us about your crab feed.
Well, the crab feed is the crab feed. It's probably, I would say, one of the best crab feeds in all of San Joaquin County.
I agree.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say black tie. When we first started that thing 20-something years ago, it was a black tie event. We have nice tablecloths and good settings out there. We can only have 500 this year. We always hold it at Presentation Church in their community center, and it's
That's
packed.
here in Stockton.
Yeah, it's packed. But,
Stockton, California.
And we have a great time. We have a lot of fun. It's about having some fun. But the key thing about our crab feed is we're in our 20, I want to say, this will be our 22nd. It'll be our 22nd year. And we've, on an average, have sent 4 kids to college. We do a scholarship. We have a scholarship set up so that we send children to local schools. Local children are going to local schools, local colleges. This year we are sending 5 $1,500 scholarships out to students that are going to University of the Pacific, Delta College, Humphreys College, Stanislaus State, and I think the fifth one is either going to go to Delta College or Humphreys College.
And don't you have a scholarship for industrial training?
That was at Delta College.
Delta College. Right.
Yeah, and if Delta has the need for, usually there's the second one that goes there, because there's definitely needs for higher education, and Delta College is the crown jewel in Stockton.
Right.
It really is. My son Aaron is attending Delta College. As a matter of fact, he just finished his last bout with water polo this last year.
He's been playing water polo?
They've been playing water polo. They took 4th in the state, though. Can you believe
wow,
that?
4th in the state.
Yeah,
That's
was
great.
His final year that he was eligible to play.
I went to Delta College, too.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
I had some time over there, too.
What were you studying at Delta?
I was studying real estate and business law.
And I was studying law enforcement and pre-law. Yeah.
So he's in the culinary arts program over there, and he's working real hard on trying to get a scholarship to go to Italy. They got a 17-day group that's gonna go to Italy, and if he keeps his grades where he's at, which is doing really well, and volunteer time is not an issue for Aaron here, and he's out there barbecuing hot dogs or hamburgers on our barbecue all the time.
That's a lionism in him.
That's yeah. I got to tell you that Aaron has interviewed for jobs, but has never had to ask for the interview. And
That's outstanding.
He was working our crab feed, and he was 16 years of age, 15, 16. He was working bar backs. Okay, can't be involved in the alcohol, but he's hauling ice all over the place, packing ice. I'm packing water, cases of water, cases of soda, unopened alcohol, cases of wine, back and forth to the bartenders, from the freezers and from the refrigerators. And the cook in the kitchen had asked them, okay, I need some manpower, while we're serving all this crap. And the bartender, when we're serving food, the bar kind of goes dormant for a little bit, So he says, sure, no problem. So he goes running over to the kitchen, and they give him these gloves, and he said, I need you to do this to the salad, I need you to do this with the crab. And he didn't have to say it twice. He just did it. And, at 16 years old, these kids are like, when am I going to get a break, or how much is this, Aaron just went after it. And so didn't question it, and just work. That's what we do in Lions.
Well,
work.
I want to say that I've known Ron's children as long as I've known Ron for many years now. And one of the things, as Lions, and you probably know yourselves, by involving your children, you're teaching them what volunteerism is about. You're teaching them about having commitment, getting along with people, providing services without asking for money in return. You're becoming a volunteer, and to be a good volunteer and having the heart to do something in your community, that's what our kids learn and following us as Lions. And that's what I can say about you, Ron, and your wife have been wonderful examples for their children. Yeah. And you can see how his children have grown up with the Lions and providing services and helping out. They just automatically do it, and they've always been so well behaved and so eager to help, and they're just like their mom and dad.
Our caterer was he runs a pizza parlor, and said, "Hey, if you come in on Monday, I got 3 days for you to work. I'll teach you how to make pizzas in the pizza kitchen."
Great.
So that was his interview. So he ended up going to work in the pizza kitchen, and he worked there for 2.5 years. Enjoyed every minute of it too.
That's great.
Didn't worry about getting his hands dirty or doing what he needed to do.
So what are some of the things that your club, Stockton Host Lions, are doing right now, besides getting ready to celebrate how many years of service?
Our Stockton Host Lions Club began in 1920. So we are in our 98th year. It's amazing how long this club has been done. And one of the nicest thing about it is we are constantly growing. We have to keep getting new people in our club, because if you don't grow, you will end up dying.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So in business, in anything, if you're not growing, it becomes stagnant. You'll eventually, perish. So we're constantly growing in our club. But we started in 1920, so we're in our 98th year. We're celebrating our 100th year in 2020, so that's going to be a
couple of years.
It's a big deal. We're actually starting to promote our big stuff right now. But I'll tell you what we got coming up. On the 13th, on Friday the 13th, it's a fight night. If you guys know our local Joaquin Lopez, he is a local boxing champion, and now just inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame. And Yaki has...
and when you're talking about local, you're talking about Stockton, California.
I'm talking about Joaquin Lopez is here in Stockton, yes.
Yes.
But as far as his boxing career is concerned, he is in the National Hall of Fame. Amongst those like Muhammad Ali and the rest of them. So
fantastic.
Anyway, so he is having a fight for a cause. They do put on a fight, and it's held at the fairgrounds, and it's going to be held on Friday the 13th. It is a wonderful, wonderful event. The kids you get to meet there, because Yaki's whole focus on these kids is is God, family, in those priorities, God, family. And he said, we'll show you how to box and how to be, how to protect yourself, in the ring.
So he's going to be working with teenagers, young kids?
He's been doing this his entire boxing career. And so he brings at risk youth into the rink. And, we at times have donated to the cause, so that we have kids that are, instead of going into the gangs, they're actually going into the rink, and they're learning how to be responsible. They're learning how to be respectful, and they learn how to be accountable, and they learn how to be reverent, and all of those avenues. And that's Yaki's his method. That's how he grew up in the boxing arena. That's how he became the champion that he is. And he's teaching that to the kids, and it's remarkable. Our Lions Club is going to be cooking and providing the food for this event. We're actually, we're cooking and working the line for this event, and we're doing the VIP section. If you see our website, our Stockton Host Lions Club Facebook page, you'll see last year's event had heavyweight champions Michael and Leon Spinks.
Oh my!
Yeah, And so Leon Spinks and I are in a nice little picture there, and Leon's got the biggest smile, and I just said, he just finished eating our wonderful, delicious food. And I said, and Leon Spinks was quite impressed and happy. He's just got this big smile on his face. But I'm sorry, but I don't know the boxers that he is having coming out, but and they're going to be well known as well.
And when is this going to be?
It's going to be Friday, the 13th of October.
Of October.
At the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and last year's event there was 16 different bouts from ages, I believe, 10 up to age, I believe it was Golden Glove, so I think it was 18 years of age.
Oh my,
yeah,
that's
there was
great.
14 to 16 bouts, and about 1,000 people there.
Now, do the students and the kids, do they box together? Is that what they are doing? Or
absolutely, they're boxing against each other. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So how do they learn how to do it?
It's Yaki's got a club that teaches boxing.
Oh, okay.
That's what he does. And then the kids
so
are boxing each other.
These are all students that are in his club that are learning to
That's
box.
Right. And then there's clubs throughout other cities, throughout the county, and throughout other counties that will be there also
and competing.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Absolutely.
Oh,
it's a sanctioned
great.
event, and there's they have referees there for each level and each age bracket, and it's a wonderful sport. The kids, I always thought, boxing is nuts. You guys are going to get hurt doing this kind of stuff.
Well, you got to, you learn a lot from any kind of sports like that.
It's the exact opposite. You really don't. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, there might be a punch that just goes in the wrong place and someone gets hurt. But the training and all that other kind of stuff that goes on in this sport, there isn't very, very few injuries that take place in that stuff, but it does teach discipline, it teaches accountability, it teaches
self-reliance,
everything that a child needs to learn to become a decent and a great citizen.
Right.
And I my hat's off to our county supervisor, Tom Patty. Tom's very involved in the boxing community as well, and is very much a support. He'll be out there as well. And he came and spoke at our Lions Club about boxing and some of the stuff, and it's pretty amazing.
Well, wasn't he a boxer?
He was.
Yeah. I remember when he came.
He trained with one of the best trainers in the world. As a matter of fact, he trained and sparred with Mike Tyson.
Oh my!
Oh yeah. Mike Tyson. Tom Patty, Mike Tyson. I don't think they ever fought in a competitive match, but they did spar together and they did train together. So
is Tom on?
They're good friends.
Isn't Tom on the city council?
Tom he's a county supervisor.
County supervisor.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That's
for San Joaquin County here in California.
He's a very good man. So there's a lot of stuff. So let's see. That's the fights coming up. The 21st, we have the Hospice of San Joaquin. They are having an event fundraiser, and I believe our barbecue crew is going to be out cooking hot dogs, hamburgers, and that's quite an event.
Can you tell our audience how you got your barbecue?
Well, okay, let's go back a little bit here. Let's go back 60 years. 62, I think.
The one that you have now was built.
I'll get to that. I'll just get to that. So some of you guys some of the people out there might know the name John Cicchini. John was, we all know him as Chick.
Right.
And God rest his soul, he was just a cantankerous judge on the bench, if you want to call it that, but a heart of gold. And he was just one of the most just joyous persons to know and to meet and even to work with. when we got to working on the barbecue crew, because John ran that barbecue crew for a long time. I mean, we did things, well, not I, but he did things like the Alonzo Stagg birthday parties. I mean, it goes way back like that. And then he did the Jack O'Keefe scholarships. He did those things around. And so that barbecue crew just kind of grew into what it is today. And you'll see that barbecue trailer out on the streets doing all kinds of different barbecues for different organizations. What we try to do is help save these organizations a little bit of money and time and some of their catering events, so that they can have hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever they want to serve. It takes a little bit of the burden off of people.
Right.
Okay, but the barbecue we have right now was donated by a gentleman by the name of Nick Hartzler, and Nick is the grandson of one of our esteemed members, Pete Young. And Pete's daughter, Gabrielle, is also a past president of our Lions Club. So her son was in his 17th year. No, he was 17 years of age, and he was going for his
Eagle Scout.
Boy Scouts Eagle Scout project.
Right.
And this barbecue showed up, and he said, we can get this thing tricked out so that it would be, perfect for what you're doing. And it was a barbecue that was basically charcoal. You used to fill it up and load it with charcoal and all this stuff. And he got us in contact with Dentoni, Ironworks. He basically managed the whole entire project and reconvened this thing into a Lions Club gas grill that we scoot around all over the place. Since his Eagle Scout project, we have probably cooked 300,000 pounds of beef.
A lot.
and it's just, we just had to fix it a little bit, just recently, but it's still going strong. And can't thank Nicholas Hartzler and his Eagle Scout project enough for that barbecue. And it's it'll have his name on it as long as we have it. So good job on that, Nick.
Yep, that
As
was
a matter of fact,
job.
Nick, let's not forget, Nick is also he's at 23, 24 years of, maybe he's 25, but he is now a Lion too. So Lion Nick, thank you.
So here's another student, a young man that grows up with a family of lions, and he too has become
Second
a lion.
and third generation.
Yeah,
Yep.
very good.
Yep, that's this club doesn't stop. It's constantly growing, and on the radio, Julie
Brown.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian.
She's the veterinarian. She does the radio show with a lot of other, and she talks about the animals and stuff. And she's also a lion. She will be our incoming president next year.
Oh my!
Oh yeah!
Already?
Julie is.
She's dynamite. That's for sure.
Dynamite. That's being a little on the nice side. I mean, geez.
She also has a show on KXVS here too.
That's correct.
Yes.
And she does a show, but when someone says that she has the spark, dynamite might be middle of the road. It's whatever is bigger than dynamite. That's how she's been working. She's out in the community doing a ton of stuff.
Right.
God love Julie Brown, Dr. Julie Brown for that matter. So, yep, and we're having some fun.
Well, what are some of the plans that you have for your 100th year celebration? Have you been working on any particular?
Oh, you guys have.
Yes.
Here's the thing. We've got a lot of things already planned.
Like going to the district convention that year? And going to the district meetings that year to announce the proudness of having 100 years? Isn't Stockton Host one of the oldest clubs west of the Mississippi or something like that?
Well, I think we're number 2 in the state of California and Nevada. We're number 2. Our club that brought us in was
Oakland.
was the Oakland Downtown Club, and they are gone. I don't think they're there anymore.
Yeah, they dissolved many years ago.
But so I think we're number 2 in the state behind. I want to say San Francisco or San Rafael, something like that.
What are the Bay Area clubs?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, anyway, so we're going at it pretty strong. Our 100th anniversary is going to be a wonderful celebration. It'll be a celebration of the years. It'll be the celebration of the projects that our club has helped begin. And I'll give you just a few of those real quick. The Haggard Museum was started with some of the funds, or a good portion of the funds, from the Stockton Host Lions Club. The Community Center for the Blind started with the funds from monies that were donated through the Stockton Host Lions Club. Pixie Woods, if you guys know Pixie Woods.
Pixie Woods is like a little children's fairyland.
Most everybody
here
that
in
knows
Stockton,
has
California.
been to Pixie Woods. It started 2 or 3 months before Disneyland opened, and that was started through the Lions Club,
right?
And through the donations of through the Lions Club, and so that was another of those are just a few of the little projects that Stockton Host Lions Club has done. There's been pools that were built that are. They were so old they condemned them, and they had
swimming pools.
Yep. So county swimming pools were done. Actually, Little League Baseball came to Stockton because of a gentleman by the name of Angel Cruz, and the Stockton Host Lions Club helped him start that with 8 teams. It's now District 8, and there's hundreds of thousands of kids, girls, and boys have gone through Little League Baseball, and that's because of the Stockton Host Lions Club.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So we have a huge legacy to continue in this city, and we're all I can say is I'm still in awe by those people who have served before us, and still in awe by those who still serve. Ort Loftus, who owned a radio station, of course, here in town, and part of the radio, K-Joy Radio.
Yes, K-Joy Radio.
Ort, God love him, he's still active, still involved, and
is he in his late 80s, 90s?
We won't say, he's still at it, really, and it's just amazing.
Well, just like my father, who's 97, Ort is very much a Norwegian.
That's true.
And so is my father, and Norwegians have longevity. Yes.
Yeah, or gotta love that guy, because you know what? When he speaks of wisdom, and
he does.
Physically, he's not always out there physically doing it, but he gives us the mental. He gives us the mental abilities to do what we need to do.
He's a wonderful person.
Yeah. He and Sylvia are just the greatest people.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of people in this group that we. It's been a wonderful, for myself, I'm still in awe. I'm just amazed.
Well, I want to thank you, Ron, for sharing about Stockton Host Lions today. Right. I'm sure there's a lot of clubs out there that are doing fantastic events and helping in your community. I would love to have you come on my show and talk about what you're doing out in the community, whether you're in MD4 or A1, or you're in one of our other districts in California, or even in Nevada. Please get in touch with me here at KXVS radio station, and let me know if you'd like to be on the show and be interviewed, and tell everyone out there in the YouTube world that what your club is doing. And the last thing I want to say, we got a few minutes left, is we talked about it last week, is the Big Trees, Calaveras Big Trees State Park, the Three Senses Trail. And what, if many of you have been here in California and have gone to Calaveras Big Trees, they've had a trail that leads you through the big trees and to the public museums along the way, and what they're doing now, because of Arnold's Lions Club is spearheading this. They are developing they're rebuilding what they call the Braille Trail, and it is going to be totally accessible by people with disabilities. There's going to be spots where they can, that's right. It is called the Three Senses Trail Upgrade Project. And they're upgrading this whole trail so it's totally accessible. There'll be stopping spaces where people with vision impairment will be able to play a video or a recording that tells them about where they are and what that is there. They'll be able to touch the trees, and people in wheelchairs or walkers will be able to go very easily on this trail. And there's also going to be a touching garden where people with vision impairment can touch the plants, and there'll be recordings telling what the plants are and getting the whole experience of the Calaveras big trees. And we are looking for donations. If you're interested in donating, please contact the station or to go on the internet at calaverascommunityfoundation.org. And you can make contributions to this wonderful, wonderful project. And your club is doing a lot?
Our club's doing an event for that project. Mm-hmm. And it's right here in Stockton. It's November 4th. And you can come out right here on the Miracle Mile and enjoy our wonderful pub crawl. It's a $10 ticket. 100% of that $10 goes to the project.
That's excellent.
And there's 9 to 10 restaurants and pubs over here on the Miracle Mile as graciously are going to put on. They'll have raffle prizes in different places. Just come and enjoy the libations and the food. And
where could they get the tickets?
And at discounts, you can get the tickets at right here at the station. You can get the tickets at Werlo's.
Werlo's restaurant
Werlo's
on
right there
Miracle
on the Miracle
Mile.
And you can contact the Stockton Host Lions Club at our website. Actually, it's best to go to Stockton Host Lions Club on Facebook.
Yes.
And we are there. But that pub crawl, the last pub crawl we did, we had a wonderful participation. And November 4th would be a great little kickoff for our holiday kickoff, and the funds raised would be just a wonderful, wonderful event.
Right.
And for the Three Senses Trail, if anybody hasn't been there, that is a wonderful. It's a wonderful Park 1 to see. It's 2 that the trees are just outstandingly tall, just unbelievable.
Yes, that's the big trees.
That's Calaveras County. But I'll tell you what, be able to do this. It's one of the only parks in, I believe, the Western Hemisphere.
I think so.
That has anything to do with those who are visually and audibly impaired.
And if you do donate $25, you will get one of these pins. Can you see the pin?
Yeah.
Are you showing the pin?
This one. There you go.
Can you?
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle? Okay, you hold it up. There you go. That's a beautiful pin. And anyone who donates $25 to $99 will get one of these pins for your vest. As you see, we all have pins on our vests here. So I hope you will help to donate. And if you want further information, just contact me here through the radio station. Okay, thank you very much. And we will see you next Monday. And if any of you have information or you want to be on my show, contact Connie O'Day right here at KXVS. Thank you.